The most important thing is, which I want to convince you, that we need to reduce the cost. Reduce the cost, but at the same time, we need to improve the quality. So need to improve the quality and reduce the cost is very important, because without that, the industry cannot be competent, particularly in the global market. We need to increase more exports for that. Today in your discussion, you already give me the details about what is the number one is China, number two is USA. And after that, we are not in a very comfortable position. If we need to increase productivity, production and export, we need to make good quality. And good quality is very important. 101% good quality is the strength for global economy. I know that you are taking a lot of efforts for making new innovations, and a lot of people are doing it. But I don't know how much you have cooperation, coordination and communication between all stakeholders. First of all, I will request you, presently the IITs are doing excellent jobs. The engineering colleges, government engineering colleges, private deemed universities, I feel that I will request you from your industry, if you can select either one of the engineering college or one of the IIT, and if you give them your agenda, then it will be more easy for you to get new suggestions, new researches from the institutions. But this is the time that we should be cost effective and import substitute. Majority industry, they feel that presently they are getting the spare parts particularly from China with the lower cost. So their interest is to take that and make it in competition and sell it. But the long term, I will request you that we need to develop our own vendors in the country. At the same time, when you are developing your industry, you have to take the preventive measures that your junior colleagues, the vendors, which they are supplying you the different type of material. It is also most important thing that how you can be helpful for them to develop their industry. I always talking about in the management, I'm not the expert of the management, but the most important principle of the management is, I am giving one example to many people, that A person works A square and B person works B square. The total work is A square plus B square. But when A and B comes together, thinks together and works together, A plus B bracket square equal to A square plus B square plus twice AB. And thus twice AB is a result of collective team spirit. So now the detailed report of BCG is already there. And now by collective team spirit, my request is to add some of the IITs, engineering colleges, research centers in it. And also connect these centers to international development and research. Because we need to understand the thing for that. And for that reason, the cooperation, coordination and communication between the stakeholders is very important. I am giving you the example of BCG when I was shipping and port minister. For 12 major port, I have given work them to find out what are the problems, how we can make more economically viable, how we can increase our export, how we can give good service. For different type of issue, we have given them consultancy. They give me 125 suggestions. 120 or 125 suggestions they give. I remember it. Then my secretary and I always taken a report from the port chairman that how much number of suggestions given by the BCG, why you are not implemented. Give me the report. And we implemented at least more than 95. After that, I don't know what happens to the ministry because I am not presently the minister. But I am telling you the miracle. My profit for the major ports increased up to 7,000 crore. Capacity is doubled. The time saved. The efficiency improved. and total profit which I will get it from the BCA by the ports, 12 major port, is 7,000 crore. So my suggestion is that appropriate vision, and if you implement in a proper way, appropriate decision at an appropriate time, appropriate vision for the future, these are important things for the success, making success story of your business. So regarding this new vision, first of all, I'm giving my special congratulations to all of you that you are taking initiative to make a vision for the future. The present policy is that ठोको पीटो बेचो पैसा लो भूल जाओ. So this is not the approach. So all you are now making the vision, so it's a good thing. So I'm giving my special thanks to you. But one of the thing, first of all, I don't know whether you understand or whether you know that what are the problems which contractor are facing, government is facing, what exactly the technology they are going to use, what type of machinery they needed, what is exactly is going on. You have to make the detailed study of it, and probably BCG has already made it. Now my first agenda from my side as a transport minister, that using of diesel in the construction equipment machinery is hazardous, creating pollution, and it is really, we need to change the fuel with a good technology. It is not a difficult task. It is easy. The fuel for the future is LNG. But I feel that even we can go to think about CNG also. We can go for biodiesel. Even we can think about it to go for LNG, ethanol, methanol, biodiesel, bio-CNG, electric. These are the different type of options are open. Now they are everything is available. It's not a very difficult task. Every contractor first start is diesel pump. So if you can start your CNG pump there, and if your machineries are there, there is a saving. I'm just giving an example. In Nagpur, we have decided to convert our diesel buses on CNG. And now and in my sugar factory, I am making 100 ton of bio-CNG per day. And now in my area, we are decided to making bio-CNG from rice straw. 5 ton of rice straw is giving 1 ton of bio-CNG. A successful practices. Now the third thing is, we have got a water recycling project in Nagpur Municipal Corporation, and we are selling our sewage water by making recycling of that water to government of Maharashtra for power generation in Koradi and Khaparkeda power plant, and we are getting 325 crore as a royalty per year from the toilet water. Now I decided 2 projects there. One is from that water we will get methane, and bifurcate methane from CO2 we will get bio-CNG. And my idea is conversion of 450 buses, all vehicles, transport vehicles, car of mayor, commissioner, everything on bio-CNG. We are going to save, at least the saving will be more than 40 crore rupees per year. So this is a great thing. Now if a diesel truck you convert into LNG, the cost is 12 lakh rupees per truck, and you will get back this money within 2 years. This is the economics, and so pollution is less. So first of all, as a road minister, we want to reduce the construction cost. In government, unfortunately, no one think about that how we can reduce the construction cost. So first of all, we are very much committed for reducing construction cost without compromise with the quality. And for that reason, we are going to encourage new technology, new innovation, new researches in it. My idea is to even to giving highest priority for precast, and by which we want to make factories all over the countries making precast items, and where we don't need make roads or road construction on the site. We can prepare the cement concrete slabs into the factory precast and take it on the road, and we can make it. Soil stabilization is important for us. Using of different material, we need different type of machinery for soil stabilization. Now, I am just telling you the one example. Yesterday, I have a discussion with NHI chairman and secretary. Actually, we are thinking to make a very, very important road connecting to airport in Gurgaon. And that road is connecting to Dwarka Express Highway. But a lot of rich people, reputed people, they have their houses on that road. So they have a lot of opposition for that. When we decided to make elevated road, again they take the objection. So I ask a question that we can make by using pushback technology, and there is no rock is there. So how is it possible for us to make by using 6-lane, 8-lane road, a tunnel completely underground? Now my apprehension is, in place of making of flyover, tunnel will be cheaper. But we don't need to acquire the land for that. Now the problem is that particularly in the land, when we want to make dredging for that what type of machinery we want. Then we discuss with our technical people, but they don't have that much knowledge about it. In Jojila tunnel, now we have given a contract where we save 5,000 crore in one project. We are now using the Malaysian technology for precast, where steel fiber is using in the precast, where we can make distance between two pillars up to 100 meters. So we can save 30% cost on construction of flyovers. Now in the steel fabrication, already lot of companies are there making beautiful designs of steel bridges, ROB. We have thousands of bridges we can make it. On the basis of that, they can make the bridge in the factory and we assemble on the site. In the particular northeast area, hill area, we need for that. But everywhere we need a competitive price and good quality, delivery on time, because time period is equally important. So everywhere, we are thinking that how we can get the good technology. So I am only talking about the road, but even about the tunnels, about the bridges, about the road construction, about the soil stabilization. We have taken a decision, and now we are allowing two major reform which we have already taken the decision. One is, in place of independent engineer, we are now allowing project management consultancy, PMC. And they will work starting from land acquisition, alignment, utility shifting, making supervision, all A to Z, everything is with them. So naturally it is going to change giving a new vision to the road construction. And the second important thing is, any successful technology in the world, we will give permission to contractor to take it. Only the defect liability period will be there, that is his risk. If he is going to fail, he has to pay for that. But he is sure about it, he can use that technology. Any material he want to use, if any material which is approved anywhere in the world, any code which is approved anywhere in the world, on the basis of that, he can make the thing here and we will allow them. So this is the total approach in the government setup is going to change. And that is the most important intention for all this change is, we have to reduce the cost. We have to improve the quality. We have to reduce the time period for construction. And at the same time, we have to use the different type of materials available in that area. I am giving you just example of, I am from Vidarbha, where we have 10,000 farmer suicides. So we have taken decision now to make it breach cum bandara. And in Maharashtra, we are making 170 breach cum bandara. You know the example of Latur, when 2, 3, 4 years before, we have used railway trains taking drinking water from Sangli district up to Latur. So we are making 3 breach cum bandare by which we can resolve the water problem. I have got this book, and this book is for National Highway Improvement Construction, Water Conservation and Groundwater Recharge. Just my NGO got the first global award now, just 5-6 days before. So here we are doing a Buldhana pattern project where water problem was a big problem. But now 800 villages they get the water, and irrigation is increased by 10,000 acre, and the water problem is resolved without any cost, without making an expenditure of single paisa. Maharashtra government, I request them and issue a one notification by which they allow the contractor for needing that material. He can take the material from the rivers, nalas, he can make the dredging there, and by which he can get that material he can use in the road construction. If the lake is there, he can make dredging there and using that material there will be no royalty. It will be win-win situation for contractor. They save the money, and the water conservation program on large scale is successfully implemented in the area. So it has got a lot of good benefits. In Pune yesterday, Mr. Narone, our general, was with me, and I'm telling him that the success story of Sivagad, where the people from the military, they use the machinery and making the dredging, and they increase the water storage capacity. So there are a lot of good examples, and everywhere we need good machinery, good technology to save the cost. And the time period is also equally important. So today sky is the limit, because we are planning to make the infrastructure of 111 lakh crore in 5 years. So my suggestion is, by considering the expansion plan of the government, it is the need of the industry to 100% to find out the new innovation for that. And also the Prime Minister's mission is to make the Indian economy of $5 trillion and Atmanirbhar Bharat. For that reason, most important thing for the industry, where I will request you, that you have to make your export 2 times, 3 times more. When I am giving you the assurance that your turnover in construction equipment industry will be going up to 3 times more, because we are taking lot of projects. So we will get the business. But at the same time, my suggestion is, by making more number of equipments, you can reduce the cost and improve the quality, and by which you can be more competitive into the world market. I know there are some constraints. The steel industry has increased the rate last 6 months by 55%. I know that these are the problems, but still problems are everywhere. But there are some people who convert problems into opportunities, and there are some people who convert opportunities into the problems. So definitely we will resolve all this problem. The national infrastructure pipeline worth rupees $1.4 trillion, that is 111 lakh crores. And there are a lot of projects related with the power projects, then railway projects, the metro projects, then we have shipping, ports, inland waterways, different type of lot of infrastructure which is going to develop into the country. And probably the BCG is making all study and research of future, whatever the things which are going to develop in the country. On the basis of that, they will give you an appropriate vision to you. But my suggestion is, can you also take something that what are the successful practices in the world? Collection of all innovative ideas which are successful in the world, and that presentation of that idea to your implementer or your industry, it can be really give a new vision for it. Already I have requested you about alternative fuels. We have import of 8 lakh crores of crude oil. I am talking about ethanol from last 12 years. In agriculture, we have sugar surplus, rice surplus, corn surplus. Our MSP is higher than international market and the market value. So today it is time for making diversification of agriculture towards energy and power sector. So we are also making lot of new innovation for that, and there is a huge potential for all these things. In the particularly use of science, technology, research, innovation and world successful practices, my suggestion is, Can you make any website? Even you can make some website where you can accept the innovation or suggestions from the country also. The young talented student from IITs and engineering college, they are giving excellent suggestions. Even if you can put up some problem to them, they are in position to give you new idea. You have to think about the skilled manpower. Now as a transport minister, we are now taking a decision. Already I have given instruction to my department that these big contractors having the heavy machinery, equipments, you give them authority to train the skilled manpower. They can give the certificate. Because we cannot make the driving school like the equipment training, it will be a difficult task. So on his site, the master trainer will give the training to the junior people. Particularly my request is to select the people from that area which is socially, economically, educationally backward, give them training and a skill by which they will be trained and they will get the job. So skilling is equally important. I will request you to think about it, that how it can be possible. Then we are already ready to give the permission for that. Then need to have a IT enable IoT, Internet of Things, best intelligent tools and technology to monitor, manage and enhance operations of this equipment and machinery. This is totally a part which is related with the IT. I don't know whether the people who are competent to making research in the engine and other side or mechanical engineering part of the machine, where IT you have to need to make more research and study in a different universities, because it is totally a different sector. So you also think about it. Then what are the imports in the particularly this equipment and machinery? I can give the report of that. Even you can get that report from the Commerce Ministry. On the basis of that, is it possible for the industry to plan a policy? Either BCG probably, I don't know whether they are given in the report or not. But import substitute. What are the things? Suppose the paver, concrete paver we are now importing from Germany maximum. Is it possible for us to make the concrete paver in India by reducing the cost? I feel that it is not a big problem. You can make a joint venture, you can make the upgradation in the technology, and we can make it. Then we have to think about, most important thing about marketing and service, giving good service. That is equally important. You are the expert people for that. I don't need you give you any idea about it. But I only request you that always cooperation, coordination and communication between the stakeholders, it is very important. And my experience related with BCG was very good. So I'm not a technical man, but the book is here. So this vision is 100% going to change the total scenario of this industry, and 100% will be more competitive in international market. This report will support you for making more exports, create more employment potential, and create wealth for the country. Building the Atmanirbhar and prosperous and economically empowered nation is our mission, and for that reason, I feel that your initiative, which you have already taken, is very important. And first, in my speech, I already clear it that it is easy to donate but it is very difficult to give vision. So first of all, you are giving vision to the country, vision to the nation, thinking for the future. It is 100% going to helpful for the progress and development of the country. I am giving my special thanks and best wishes to all of you. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Really grateful to you, whether it is the alternate fuel or precast, or you have also given us inputs on advanced technology, website, all these things, sir, we will work on it. Many of these points are already covered in our Vision 2030 document, which we will cover in our presentation. So now, before we proceed further, sir, I will request you to release this book. So yesterday we had shown it to you, and it is there with you. So I'm just showing it to all my colleagues so that we can release it. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Really grateful to you, and thank you very much. And what I will now request, sir, we had taken a photograph and which we will release now to our respective agencies. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I would also, we are just going to ask you 2 or 3 questions, sir, which I will request to my colleagues. And post that, I would like you to just spend 10 or 15 minutes with us so that we can present some key highlights of this report so that some of your question might be answered in that. But we have taken your points very, very supportingly, especially your A square plus B square plus 2AB is very, very important. It is really a very good lesson that we can multiply our efforts if we work combined. And this triple C, cooperation, coordination, and communication. So these are very, very wise words for all of us. So thank you very much. So I will now request Deepak from SANI. Deepak, you have a very relevant question. So this is the right time. Though we had touched on this issue, he has also talked a little bit on this, but this is something which is causing huge impact to our industry. So I would like you to just raise that question in this forum, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Sandeep. Good afternoon, Minister Sir. Very well articulated all your suggestions, and we really will work towards those suggestions. And one support which we need very, very urgently, because as we came out of COVID impact, we are suddenly impacted by yet another big thing, which is the steel price. So, of course, you touched a little on that. While we are trying to build up scale to exports also, this suddenly has actually impacted us so bad that many of our orders or many of our exports are also under question. Or after losing money during the COVID period, we further lose for next 6 months if the trend like this continues. So we request your help on this issue. It's like you can say we are on oxygen for the time being. So we'll need your support because the impact is too high. Had it been 1 or 2%, we could have managed as an industry. But this impact of 15 to 20% is actually beyond our power to actually absorb it at this point of time. And we will start losing even our export orders. Will impact domestic business in any case.
I already have discussed this.
Even our export orders will impact domestic business in any case.
I already have discussed this issue with your people and I understand the seriousness about it. Already I have sent letter to the Prime Minister that last 6 months the steel price increased by 55%. I also problem with the cement also. Without any reason, neither there is an increase in power, royalty or labor, but the prices are changing, fluctuating. It's not good. They have right to take their reasonable profit, but this type of things means it's a one type of black market. So somewhere we have to stop it. So we have to make a long-term policy for that. I have already requested the Prime Minister also to intervene in it because it is a big subject. But we will think on it. It's a serious subject because making of 111 lakh crore of infrastructure in 5 years, if there is a 40% cost of steel and cement is there. So if the price going to increase by this way, it will be very difficult for implementing all these projects. So already I have taken it very seriously and I will take it to the appropriate platform and we will try our level best to resolve this issue.
Thank you, sir.
Put their mic, please.
Namaskar, Mantriji. Thank you very much for joining us and sharing your vision along with the IC1's vision document that we have created for the CE industry. One of the main takeaways when I listen to you every time is that you always bring a whole ecosystem thinking in every approach. You talked about how you have worked on the water situation in Nagpur, or how we can connect agriculture diversification to supply biofuels and all that. One of the key challenges in the vision document we have identified also is the area of financing. This 111 lakh crore projects, is also needing a lot of funding. And in your first term, in the first term of this government, you brought in the hybrid annuity model, which was a very interesting model and that is still continuing. Are you working on something much more on the innovative side, on the financing aspects of these large-scale projects, so that we can do well in executing this in the time frame that has been set for these 5 years for these projects.
Actually,
in executing this in the time frame that has been set for these 5 years for these projects.
Actually, I suggest one thing to automobile industry also, that today we have a lot of option as far as the financing is concerned. I don't want to make elaborate comments on it, but the present situation, which already you know all the things about it, so it will not appropriate for me to make any comments on it. But I suggest them to, you can make your own NBFCs, just like Tata, Ashok Leyland, they have their NBFCs. So by making your NBFCs, you can resolve the problem of financing, because you want to increase your business. You should have a financial institution with you. That can be a win-win situation for you, first thing. Second thing, I request them that if it is possible for you, that if suppose your export is of suppose 100 crores every year, minimum 100 crores, then you can get the loan from the foreign banks on dollar. You don't need to exchange to make the, you can actually, because of foreign export turnover is there. So there is a fluctuation problem is not going to big problem for you. So you take it in 2% interest in dollar, and you can supply with a lower interest with the the people though who want to purchase this type of equipments. So here in competition you can make something there. Even you can get good interest rate. Also there will be 2%. Your profit will be. If you start to finance by 5% interest cost, then it can be give you more order. Suppose one of the company giving good price and giving finance also, 20% they will contribute and 80% finance will be on the 5% cost. In a competition, it will also be a good thing for you. Somewhere you need to think about innovative models. I am, as a MSME minister, I am trying to change the systems. I am trying to talking every time with the banks. All the things that which you are expecting from me, I will do it. But still my suggestion for you, that in place of all these things, okay, Joe, whatever you will get the benefit from it, 100% we will work for that. But additionally, if you can make some new innovative models of financing for the equipments in your company, it can be really good thing. Suppose, again, I will suggest you, if 4 or 5 aerospace company come together and they can formulate their NBFC for financing equipment, machinery, then it can be done. It can be more easy. So somewhere now it is a time for financing. You need to think in a new innovative approach. Only it is very difficult to depending upon the banks and available institution. It will be more viable and profitable for you if you have your own company, NBFC, by which if you can finance, you will get more advantage of it.
Thank you, sir.
Just change the definition of MSME.
Yes, sir.
So 70% the again in MSME, now we have changed the definition of MSME. So 70% of the industries now they come into, we can cover under MSME. There we have now fund of 20,000 crores. Those MSME, those have good track record of income tax, bank turnover, and GST. We are making the rating of that MSME, and we are ready to invest 15% of equity in that. So you can go to capital market, and for that MSME we will invest 15% equity in it. So going for the capital market to get foreign investment also is a good thing. So that can be also a good idea to think about it. So in this COVID period, I got opportunity to make interaction with lot of chamber of commerces in the whole world. Actually, in USA, Dubai, Australia, New Zealand, everywhere. When I got opportunity to talk with them, I request them that you Indian MSMEs are doing excellent jobs. Now we are making the system of credit rating system. by which we will find out which are the best MSMEs, having on the basis of their track record, bank turnover, income tax, and GST, and other thing we will making their rating, and by which they will go to the capital market. Now the lot of MSMEs, they are giving really their profits are very good. So if you can go for capital market in the global economy, you will get good investors. That is first thing. Second thing, if your turnover is in dollar, so you don't need to hedge for that. Even you can trying to make lot of your people having their offices all over the world, in many countries also they are making good exports. So why, if it is possible for you to take the loan on dollars and use it here, the interest cost is comparatively very less. There you can save the cost. So these are the lot of things are there. You are the businessman. I am not that much experienced because I am not very much related with my sons are doing it. But when I giving you example, the BCG people are there. At a time when we have planned to make road from JNPT to Panvel, the road was decided to make the construction from the port. So the port turnover profit is 1800 crore per year. And their every year assured turnover in dollar is 500 crore. So I suggest them, already there was a loan was sanctioned from the ICICI Bank with the interest of 10% or 11%. Our chairman was income tax commissioner. I said, why you are taking 11% interest? Why you are not taking in foreign dollars? You can take the loan in dollars. I just phoned to MD of ICICI Bank and talked with them. She said, okay, we are ready to give him dollar, but we will add the hedging cost and labor plus 2%, she was telling. So the JNPT going for tender, and ultimately the DBS Bank Singapore and State Bank Capital joint venture, they win that tender and they give 3,000 crore loan with 2.25% interest cost. So here you can make it, you can think about new idea where you can save the cost, and that is very important. To save money is to earn money. We have to reduce the production cost, we have to reduce the logistic cost, labor cost, power cost, and by using the appropriate technology we can reduce the cost and to improve the quality, and 100% we will get more profit, and in the global economy you will get more orders for exports, and that is exactly the need of the country, that we need to increase our exports. And import point of view, in your sector, what are the items which are importing? You can make a best alternative for that and you can go for the market. 100% people will prefer. And in place of import, then you can start for export also. So that is exactly the principle of Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is we are working on that.
And what kind of support we need from the government, because you touched on that subject, which is very important. But before that, sir, I would also like you to share, yesterday we talked about FASTag, because you have another, your mic is mute, sir. You have to unmute your mic, because that is very dear subject to you. So would you like to share that with us, sir? Yeah.
Sir, my one suggestion to all equipment manufacturer, that
Yes, sir.
whatever the machinery you are selling to the contractor, on their site,